What's going on, you guys? My name is Don't Panic 494, and today we're playing a little bit of Battlefield 3 as we gear up for the release of Battlefield 4, the much anticipated release. I'm getting excited for beta. I still haven't heard when I'm actually going to get into the beta, or when it's starting, or if it's going to be closed for, I don't know how long it's going to be closed beta. I don't know if I'm going to be able to post footage. There's a lot of unanswered questions right now, but I am pretty jacked up to get the answers to those questions so I can start posting some Battlefield 4 footage instead of just talking about it with Battlefield 3 in the background. But all of that aside, I did want to talk about some of the new information that's come out, specifically the new Battlelog. At first, when I first looked at it, it didn't look like it was going to be anything, meaningful. I thought it was just going to be some cosmetic changes. Like they're going to trick it out, make it look really cool. I knew they were going to add some features for a bunch of new ways to interact with people, people you don't know, like new leaderboards and things like that. All of that is kind of neat, but, I mean, I play all the time, and I don't go and compare my stats to other people. I just go and I win games. That's what I try to do. I don't care who has the highest KDR in, the greater Boston area, or who is the best tank killer on the east coast of the United States. Those type of things don't really matter to me, so when I first looked at the new Battlelog stuff, I wasn't really that impressed. But when I took a closer look at it, I realized there were a lot of really cool, very, very useful additions that they're making to Battlelog in addition to that cosmetic stuff in the new leaderboards. To get it out of the way really quick, I'll talk just for a second about the leaderboards. Essentially, it's a new, I think they're calling them geo leaderboards, and instead of you just having your friends leaderboards and then the global leaderboards, you can actually set your region, and you can essentially expand it and contract it based on what I'm assuming are some sort of preset parameters. But you can assume that it's going to be like a relatively local, like a city-to-city type thing. It'll be like a localized region type deal, and then maybe your country, and then, I don't know, maybe hemisphere or world. But, I mean, again, it's just another way to look at leaderboards that we've already had all along. So, if you're one of the players that likes to be, like, maybe you're a competitive player, like an actual competitive player, and maybe you're a fantastic tanker, and you want to be known as, the #1 or like top 5 tanker in, your area or in your country, in your world, then this is something that's going to be really exciting to you, I think. But I don't think these geo leaderboards are the most notable thing coming out of the new Battlelog information. I think what steals the show is the way they're going to be integrating mobile devices into the core Battlefield 4 multiplayer experience as a whole. So we all know that Commander Mode is coming back. That's a given. We all know that you're going to be able to play as a commander on your tablets. But what we didn't know until recently was the extent to which mobile platforms are going to be integrated into the multiplayer experience. So for example, if you're a console player or a PC player, and you have a tablet, whether, an iPad, Droid tablet, whatever. If you have a tablet and you're playing in a server, you can use that tablet to serve as a huge mini-map for you. So depending on how your setup is, you can literally put it, right on the coffee table in front of you, right on your desk. And then you'll essentially have a full 10-inch map of the battlefield right in front of you for the entire game. But what's even cooler is not only will you be able to assess the full battlefield, but you'll actually be able to issue squad commands via your tablet. So say you're in between lives, or you're traveling in a vehicle, you glance over at your iPad and you see that there are some tanks pushing up on one of your objectives. All you have to do is tap on that objective, click defend that objective, and it'll issue a squad command saying, or at least pointing your squad's attention to that objective. Hopefully, if anyone didn't know there were tanks pushing up, they'll look, notice that the tanks are pushing up, and then be able to counter that. This is something that adds a whole new level of awareness to the average player. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to replace your minimap. I still think that the minimap is the single most important tool at your disposal on the battlefield. But it is a fantastic supplement to give you full battlefield awareness at any given time. So instead of, looking at your UI and your minimap, trying to discern where the armor is moving, where their main forces are, where your squad mates are even, all you have to do is glance over at your tablet, take a look at the full battlefield map that's there, and you'll be able to tell all the information you need to know way faster and way more efficiently than trying to add up everything else. Another noteworthy addition coming to Battlelog with BF4 is going to be the integration of server selection and loadout selection with mobile platforms. And this is especially going to help out console players because, let's face it, it's a lot clunkier to navigate menus and change loadouts, change servers when you're on a console using a controller than it is on PC when you're actually using Battlelog. I'm not trying to diss consoles, just saying, you know, it's a lot clunkier to navigate menus on a console than it is on a PC. So what this mobile integration is going to do is allowing you to hot exchange servers while you're in-game. Instead of having to quit, you can use your cell phone or your tablet or a laptop to pick your next server, get ready to join it. When the round ends, just click join and it's just going to transfer you into the new server. So no more having to quit, you know, no more having to, you know, glance through servers for 10 minutes trying to search stuff. You can look at what's, you know, what your friends are playing, look at what servers are looking good, which servers are looking bad, while you're in between lives even or something. And then as soon as the round ends, all you have to do is click join and you're in. So this is going to be helpful for PC players, obviously, but I think it's going to be so much more helpful for console players because it's going to cut so much time in between games out of the equation that you're just going to get a better Battlefield experience in general. And the same thing goes with loadouts. You're going to be able to use your cell phone or your tablet or your laptop to hot change your loadout even in the middle of a round. One scenario that happens to me all the time is I spawn with the wrong loadout on accident and I realize, mother of God, how am I even supposed to play with this loadout on this map? And maybe you're in a vehicle and you're traveling and you're just boiling inside like, should I just suicide? I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I have the wrong loadout, so I'm not even going to be effective. What you can do then is hop on your cell phone, hop on your iPad or a laptop, go to Battlelog, change your loadout so that, you know, you have exactly what you want, hit save, and then as soon as you die, it's automatically going to be set and ready to go. So you have to spend 0 time after you die changing up your loadouts, flipping through screens as quickly as possible so you can get back into the game. You can do all of that ahead of time so you don't have to worry about it. The example they gave in the descriptions was like, oh, I'm coming home from work on the bus and I'm going to look at my stats and figure out what weapons I want to play with, and by the time I'm home, it'll all be set because I did it on my cell phone. That's cool and all, but like, I don't know. That's not that big of a deal. I don't think that's going to be, the average player is not going to be like, oh, I did really well with the M16A3 yesterday. Let's set the M16A3 for my main gun. I think it's going to be more so the, you know, in-game, you're realizing that you want a different loadout, and maybe you're traveling in a vehicle, you have to go a long distance, you have to run 5,000 yards. Just pull out your cell phone, click the new loadout, hit save, and then by the time you die, it'll be ready to go. So those are the big changes coming to Battlelog. There are definitely some more minor ones, like the missions feature, for example, which essentially lets you set benchmarks for your friends to share and follow, and you can keep track of who is doing well and who is not doing well. And Battlelog will notify you on your cell phone every time someone passes you in this mission, so you can jump right in the game and take it right back. It seems like a really fluffy feature. You know, it may be fun to mess around with friends, maybe some friendly competition here and there, but I don't think it's going to be one of those things that people are going to be talking about very much. I don't know though, who knows? It might turn out to be a super fun way to compete with your friends, in addition to shooting them in the face all the time. So, it is what it is. We'll kind of see as it comes out how useful it actually is, how fun it actually is. But for now, I am definitely most excited about the addition of tablet maps into the game. I think that's going to absolutely revolutionize the way everybody plays Battlefield. So those are my thoughts on the changes coming to Battlelog. As more and more information becomes available, I'll be making more and more videos about it. It seems like that's starting to ramp up a little bit. Things are abuzz about Battlefield 4, which is exciting. But for now, that's all I have. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. Post comment down below about what your favorite, new addition that they're going to be adding is, at least at the time being, before you get a chance to test it. As always, I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day and spending them with me. Thumbs up for more Battlefield content, and I will see all of you next time. Take care, everybody.